Hey loves, so I kind of wanted to do a decluttering video for you guys. I really do enjoy watching these for some reason, and I thought why not do one. So I tend to declutter every once in a while. I say probably at least once a month because I get so many products sent, and I also purchase some. So whatever is old, I will get rid of, or whatever I don't find myself using anymore, I will just get rid of. Whew. It's hard to talk nowadays. I feel like I'm out of breath all the time. So what I am decluttering today is my everyday makeup, so whatever I have in my vanity, which I try to limit to these 2 drawers and then some little bins that I have, so you guys will see. So whatever doesn't fit in there, I will tend to get rid of, or I will just get rid of a few extra stuff that I just haven't found myself using anymore. Also, if you enjoy these kinds of videos, give it a thumbs up, and if you would like to see them more often, definitely let me know in the comments below, and I will try to do them every time that I declutter, which is pretty much often. I try to minimize as much as I can. I do also want to declutter all my skincare, which I probably will do in another video. So yeah, let's get to this. Okay, so here I have my first drawer. This vanity has 2 drawers, and then I also have some baskets. So this is how the drawer looks currently. There's a lot of stuff all over. I'm gonna minimize this to less stuff. So I'm gonna first move everything out, and then I'll be adding in what I will be using. Okay, so in this drawer, I like to keep everything that is like foundation, primers, concealers. So anything that's complexion, I will keep in here. So, except these random bits, which are my little hairpins. But everything that's like powders, concealers, everything tends to stay in this drawer. Okay, so I'm going to start off with my foundations. And the first one that I have is this one from Beauty Blender. This is the Bounce foundation. I really love this foundation. I love the ingredients in it, so I'm definitely not getting rid of that. Also for foundation, I have this one from La Mercier. This is their tinted moisturizer, which is illuminating. I did like this, but it is too dark for me, so I am going to go ahead and get rid of this because the color is just, it's way too dark. Like, even if I self-tan, might be the only time that it'll match me. And I don't plan on self-tanning because I am pregnant. So another awesome foundation is this one from Natasha Denona. This is their Foundation X Plus. I really love how lightweight this one is. So I'm definitely going to keep it. That's going to stay there. Then I have the La Mercier Flawless Fusion, which is an all-time favorite. That one's also staying. And then, of course, I have the Fenty Beauty, which I absolutely love and is also staying. So we're going to put that right there. Also in the tinted moisturizers, I have the NARS Pure Radiant Tinted Moisturizer. I love this stuff, so I am definitely keeping this as well. And then the last 2 that I carry in this drawer are the Infallible from L'Oreal, which have 2 shades. I am going to... I'm going to go ahead and get rid of these because I just don't have space for them here. So I try to just keep everything to fit in here. And if it doesn't fit, it goes away. So I'm going to get rid of these. These are really nice. I do really enjoy these, but I will get rid of them. Okay, so next I have primers, and this one is from HelloFab. This is their Coconut Skin Smoothing Primer Moisturizer. I really do enjoy how that feels on the skin, so I'm definitely keeping that. I also have the Beauty Blender, the Leveler, which I love. It minimizes pores. Really nice one as well. And then I have this one from It Cosmetics. This is their Primer Oil-Free All Day Grip. I didn't love this one. I didn't find that it made my makeup last longer, so I am gonna get rid of this. And then the last product, which I love, is an SPF. This is from Too Faced, their Hangover Good to Go Technically, this is skincare and I would put it somewhere else, but I really do love this with makeup, so I like to keep it in here. I actually forgot a primer. This one is a Jelly Pop from e.l.f. and I really do love this primer. It gives a very nice glow and your foundation just grips really nicely, so I'm actually gonna keep that too. Okay, so now I have my illuminators. These are always pretty much the same. I have the iconic London, which is my favorite of all. I have two of the Cover FX illuminating drops. I have the glitter and then the illuminating. These two are my favorite, so I also keep them in here. And then the newest ones to the collection are the face and eyeglosses from e.l.f. I have two shades, which I also keep in here because they're so pretty on the skin. So this is where I have to kind of be like very picky because I do have a lot of them. Some of my favorite ones, which I have 3 of, are from Too Faced. This is my favorite concealer. So I have 2 vanillas and 1 golden beige. However, one of them is almost out. I'm still kind of going through it, so I am going to keep those 2. I am going to go ahead and get rid of golden beige because it's not my color and I never really use this one. So I'm just going to keep the 2 vanillas that I do use. I also have 2 of the Becca correctors, which I actually do use both of them. So I'm going to actually put these over here. Also for contour, I love using the Too Faced Born This Way concealers. And I'm going to pop that in here as well. Also for concealer, I have 2 of the Huda Beauty ones. I am keeping these. For everyday, I love using the Hello Fab Bendy Avocado Concealer. This is just perfect for like if you're wearing a tinted moisturizer. It's just very lightweight and looks like skin. I also really love this Givenchy concealer. This is their Teint Couture Eyewear Concealer, which is really, really nice, and I love the color of it. I also have 2 of the Natasha Denona concealers. I am just going to keep one, which is the lightest. I also have in here the Rimmel Insta Duo Stick. I haven't even tried this, but I'm going to keep it in here because I do want to try it. And then I have 2 of the mini NARS concealers, which I do love these concealers. And lastly, I have this CoverGirl True Blend Undercover Concealer, which I tried in a recent video. I believe it's my last one. And I really did like it. So I'm keeping that. And then for contour, I have the Huda Beauty ones, which I have 2 shades. I have Fair and Light, and I do use both of them. And I tend to put those right there because they fit perfectly. And then lastly, I have my good old Hourglass Trio. I have this, which has been with me for a very long time, and I just love this for when I want to just use cream products. Moving on to powder foundations, I have the MAC Studio Fix. This is in C5, which is more of my skin tone. I always keep one of these because if I am going to go to an event, I like to put this over top and it just gives a very nice flawless finish. And I also have a lighter one for underneath the eyes, which I always like to have. I also have the Too Faced Born This Way powder, which I love. I'm also keeping this one. And then I also have the, what's this called? The Makeup Forever. These are new. I tried it and the color is too dark for me for some reason. Even though I am this color in their foundation, for some reason the powder is too dark for me. So I am going to go ahead and get rid of it. I did like the coverage, but I prefer the Too Faced one more than this one, so I'm going to get rid of this. And then lastly, I have my translucent powder. It's from Hourglass, and I love, love, love this powder. So I am going to keep that here. Beauty Bakery one, which I love and use constantly underneath the eyes. The only thing I don't like about this is that it kind of goes everywhere, but it is an amazing powder. I have a little mini Laura Mercier one, which I always like to keep just in case for traveling. I also have this one from Becca. This is their Hydra Mist. I did like this powder, but I feel like I already have enough that this wouldn't replace those, so I am going to go ahead and get rid of this one. And then a new one that I got, which I haven't even tried, is from IT Cosmetics. This is their Bye Bye Pores. I definitely want to try this and see if it works. So this is more of a trial basis. If I don't love it, I am just gonna get rid of it, but I do want to try it out, so I'm gonna pop it there. And then you guys saw me use these in my last video. I am gonna keep the banana shade, and then I like to keep some of my contacts in here just for easy access. I also like to keep the Suva Beauty eyeliners in here, and then I have this really old Hello Kitty mirror which I like to put in here as well. I think I made pretty good progress, and I got rid of a few things. That's why I like to do this every so often, so it doesn't get too crazy and I don't feel overwhelmed and then I forget to use certain products because I just have so many of them in here. Okay, so this is the second drawer that I have, and here I pretty much have everything else. I have highlighters, bronzers, blushes, eyebrow products, mascaras, everything. Everything else is just pretty much jammed in here. So I am gonna go ahead and take everything out first. I'm gonna go ahead and put all my brow stuff in here. I also keep in here my soap for my little soapy brow looks. And then I like to keep like little scissors, like lash glues, eye drops. I am gonna put in here some of my favorite mascaras. Right now I'm loving the It Cosmetics Lash Blowout. It's really, really nice. I wear it pretty much every day. Another favorite is the CoverGirl Exhibitionist. Affordable, I love it. And then for waterproof, I love the Urban Decay Perversion Mascara. And of course, I have to keep in here like a little trimmer. I love this stuff. I use it every time I need it. I also have another waterproof Exhibitionist. Oh, I actually also have this e.l.f. one, which is a brown mascara, which I am gonna get rid of because I don't use this one. And then I have this LA Girl Volumatic Mascara, and it's in the color Bright Blue. I am gonna put this one away because I don't really use this every day. So I'm gonna put it with my other colorful mascaras. Moving on to brow products, I have this Hourglass. This is their tinted eyebrow gel, which I do enjoy. I also have the clear one. And then I have an Urban Decay Clear Brow Gel as well. I also have another Urban Decay. This one is kind of shimmery, which I like for looks. I have the Hourglass Brow Pencils, which I do love. I am going to go ahead and get rid of this Busy Gal Brow from Tarte. I don't really find that this works for me, so I'm gonna get rid of this because I just don't ever use it. And I do want to give this one a try. This is from e.l.f. This is their Wow Brow. I haven't tried it yet, but I do want to try it, so I'm gonna pop it in here. And then of course I have the MAC brow pens, which I love. I have the Urban Decay ones. I use these all the time, so they're staying in here. So next I have this Milk Brow, and then I also have the Urban Decay Brow Endowed, which I'm also gonna keep. And then lastly, I have this Maybelline Total Temptation Brow Pencil, which I love, and I'm also gonna keep in here. And here I also have my favorite eye primers. This is from The Balm. I love this because it's compact, easy to use. And then I also have the P. Louise base in here. I also like to keep a few liquid liners in here. My favorite is from Laura Mercier. This is their Caviar Intense Ink, which I love. I have the Tarte Man-Eater one. And then I also have the Moxie Lash liquid liner, which is what makes the magnetic lashes adhere, so I keep that in here as well. I also have some eye bases. These are from Laura Mercier. I like to use these from time to time. I will, however, put this in my other drawer with my colorful ones because this is not an everyday color that I would wear. But I am keeping these three because I love them on their own, and if you're just gonna get ready for the day, these are nice to have. So I'm gonna pop these over here. A few tweezers and stuff, which I put in here. I have my lash curler. This one is from Shiramura. A little sharpener. And I have my little Fox freckles. These are the two that I've been loving. I have the Lime Crime Sun-Kissed one, which is a pen, and it looks like this. This one's really nice. And then I recently tried the Freck one, which is also really nice. It actually looks more natural in my opinion than this one, but they're both really nice, so I like to keep them in here as well. Also in this drawer, I like to keep my lip pencils. So these are basically the ones that I use day to day. I have a few from La Mercier. I have some MAC, and I have Steve Laurent, and then I also have some obsessive compulsive ones, so I like to pop those in here too. Eyelash curler, which I'm gonna get rid of because I never use this. So for blushes, I do have a few that I enjoy. I also like to keep in here these two MAC eyeshadows. These are super shimmery, and I just love these as toppers to any look, so I do like to put them in here as well. So I'm gonna start first with the blushes. I have this one from La Mercier, which is, this is really pretty peach. I am gonna keep this one. It's one of my faves. I also have this Rimmel one, and I'm also gonna go ahead and keep this one. I love it. I have two of the Buxom ones. One is more of a peachy color. As you can tell, these are my favorite. And then I have more of a neutral one, which I like to pop those in here as well. I have my all-time favorite MAC one, which is called Fairly Precious, and I love it, so I'm keeping that. Balms Auto Balm Girl Powder. I do like this little set. However, it's so hard for me to open. I always have a hard time. So I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of this one. And then I have the Alamar Cosmetics. I love this palette. It's so pretty. I am also going to keep this one. As ambient powder, which I love to use as a blush. So I'm going to pop that in here as well. Then I recently got this, which I do want to try out. So this is temporarily here, but it has blushes, it has bronzers, and it has some highlights. So I am going to keep this in here because I want to use it more often. So I'm just going to pop it in here as well. Here I have my favorite bronzers. This one is from the Balm Bahama Mama, which I do love. I am going to definitely keep that one. So have the Hourglass one, which is also a favorite, so I'm going to put that in here. So have this one from Becca, which I love, so I'm definitely keeping that. Then I have this one from MAC, which I do love, but I am going to go ahead and get rid of it because I just haven't really gravitated towards it. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of it because I also have a few palettes that have bronzers in them. A palette which I love is this one from Charlotte Tilbury. This brings a bronzer and a highlight, and I'm definitely keeping that. And then I have this NARS one, which I also love. Ooh. And this one is a trio. It's like perfect for traveling. It has a bronzer, blush, and a highlight. And then lastly are my highlighters. This one is from Fenty, which you can tell it is a well-loved. This is a fave, so I'm definitely keeping it. I also have this Pixie by Petra one, which is a fave. I'm also keeping this. Another favorite of mine is this one from Burberry, which is this gorgeous, gorgeous highlight, and I'm definitely keeping that as well. A lot of highlights here. So this one is from Becca. This is Opal, one of my favorites. It's a classic, and I love it, so I'm keeping it. I have this Thrive one, which is a pretty subtle highlight, but I also really enjoy this one, so I'm going to go ahead and keep it. I have the Mary Luminizer from The Balm, which is a classic one that I've had for a very long time, and I love it. Keeping it. I also have this MAC one from the collection with Aladdin, and this one's really pretty, but I'm going to go ahead and get rid of it because it's a little too deep for me. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of it. I also have this eyeshadow, which is not a highlight, but I love it as a highlight. I tried it once on my cheeks, and it just gives this wet look to the skin, and I always keep it as my highlight. This is Space Cowboy from Urban Decay, and it's just a favorite, so I always have it in here. Newest edition is this one from CoverGirl. I really did enjoy using this one, so I'm gonna go ahead and pop it in here. And then I have 2 ColourPop ones. I never really use these, so I'm actually gonna get rid of them because, well, I used to love this one actually. This used to be a favorite. Like, you can tell that I used it a lot, but I just never use them anymore, and I'm just gonna go ahead and get rid of them because I don't use them at all. One of my collection is this one from CoverGirl. This is a favorite of mine. I actually really enjoy how intense these highlights are. Like, they're so pigmented, but I don't have space for it, so I am gonna go ahead and get rid of it because I prefer the other palettes. So I will be saying goodbye to this one. So right underneath I have these little baskets, which I have some Fix Plus sprays, which I use pretty much all the time. I'm gonna go ahead and add in here the LA Girl Shimmer Spray. Really enjoy that. I have some eye makeup remover wipes, and then I have some lipsticks, and then I also have some of my everyday lipsticks and glosses in here. These are the ones I tend to use daily. I also have some tape in here. That's all that I keep in here. I try to keep it as little as possible. I did get rid of some stuff the other day, so this is pretty much just putting things back where they go. Then I have this other basket, which I put all my magnetic lashes in here. So I have a few eyeliners as well in here. And then I have some Moxie lashes as well. And then I also keep some of my most recent used lashes in here. And I also like to keep my little handheld mirror in here. And then in here I keep my other mascaras. That's pretty much it for the decluttering. I hope you guys enjoyed watching these as much as I do. Let me know if you guys want to see one of me decluttering all my skincare products. I have my main ones here, but I do have a lot that I just don't use anymore, or some that I just don't want to use anymore because of the ingredients. And then I also want to let you know which ones I am using at the moment and which ones I can't use because I'm pregnant, which ones I loved when I wasn't pregnant. So yeah, let me know what you guys want to see next, and I will see you in my next one.